After 3 years of being full-time on the road, we thought we had our safety protocols and procedures down pat to a science. Well, after all that time, things started failing, which had us looking into the newest and latest tech and how we can make sure that our travels are safe. In today's video, we're going to show you what we found to be the best on the market today for the 2025-2026 season. The first thing that we recommend that any RV or buyer does is immediately stop everything and change out those factory locks that come with your RV, because if you don't know already, there's probably 1,000 people that have the same key to your door, well, as you do, and they can just walk in whenever they want. So by changing out to one of these numeric keypads is the way to go. They have wireless capabilities, double locks, they have a deadbolt system, and they work great, and you can find them all over the place. The problem with this one was, well, we went cheap and we bought one from Comtech, and after about 2 years we noticed that it just stopped working. It not only did it fade out, but it just didn't want to respond anymore, which had us looking into other alternatives, and we found RV Lock. And I gotta say, it's not that RV Lock was an amazing discovery from us, because, well, they're used on Brinkley's as standard option. But RV Lock has been securing RVs for a long time. We're not sponsored by them, but we wanted the best lock in the business, and we got the RV Lock Trek. And this is relatively new, been out for about maybe 6 months to a year now, and has all the features that we want in a company that's not going to disappear 6 months from now. That's right, this company here, they were taken off of Amazon for over 9 months, which really makes RV Lock a little more appreciated by us here at Life Redesign. We have these on both our rigs, and they are now the official lock of Life Redesign because, well, they are the best. So today we're just going to show you how to get rid of this junk and install this bad boy. All right, we're not going to do a full install video on you. We're not going to do that to you. But basically, all these come out the same way. There's about 4 screws on the back, and you can use the handheld screwdriver. I just want this out of here so fast that we're just going to use the old drill and get these screws out. But once you take these 4 screws out, pretty simple from there. Now, if you're making the upgrade from one of these janky locks to the big boys, you can just pull those screws off. There's a wired connection here. Just throw that right in the trash. And once you have that back piece off, you're just going to take these 2 screws off here. This holds it onto the unit. And pull these right out. Take that metal plate off. And then all you're going to do is push this lock right through. Ours has been sitting there for 3 years, so it's kind of tough to get off. But that's it. Just get that right out of here. Now, the difference between the older locks and this new Trek, I got to say, I was not a fan of changing batteries all the time in that one. RV Lock seems to have solved that, because this is USB chargeable. I really like that because, well, I don't have time to be doing this all the time. And here on the back of this, has a port right here. So you can just plug right in and charge that right up. That right there is worth the price of admission. We're going to get this separated. We're going to start the install process, and we'll check back in with you. All right, so let's see what's included in the box. You have the Trek system itself. You have a USB-C cable for charging. And they even give you a tool to take care of this. So this is a nice little Allen key with a key handle, which, of all things, that's awesome. They give you a couple of strike plates so that, depending on which model you have, you may want to change this out. Sometimes we get lucky and you don't even need to swap it. But all you have to do to take this apart, the way it comes from the factory, is just put this in here, take out the one retaining screw, and this will take the 2 pieces and make them separate. You have those apart, pretty simple. Basically, installation is going to be the opposite of taking the old one out. So you're going to put this here. You're going to slide it right in. And you'll notice it's a little bit set off differently than how the original one is. So before I complete this installation, we're going to clean this up and we'll come right back. Once we got that cleaned up, simple household cleaner, you'll see it goes right into the back side. It's like that. Once you have that placed in front, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to attach these 2 screws through the strike plate on this side. Now it's very important here to not use power tools because it's very easy to strip out these screws. So while we're having fun here taking out the old stuff with power tools, it's always recommended to use hand tools to do this. So then basically what you're going to do is you're going to grab the back side of this unit. You're going to plug it in here. And you hear RV Lock welcome you. It's always a good sound. And then you're just going to align the 4 holes in the back, and you're going to put the screws in and tighten them all down by hand. I got to say, the supply tool they give you really comes in clutch with this, as it's just nice and well done. And it's not so much I'm getting a free tool. It's just the fact that they included it makes all the difference. I'm not hunting for everything. There's 4 of these screws. One of these they even have cut out through the handle, which I really like seeing, so that you can get to this screw without having to do all kinds of weird twists and turns. But there's only 4 of these, just like we took off the old janky unit. And we're just going to be putting 4 screws back in. We'll come back in and show you what the final product is. And we had a first here on Life of Design. Once we got that all in place, we went to just test it with the old gym. And we closed, so it's perfect, and we didn't have to go through fighting all of it. But I do want to point out what this comes with once you get that installed. It comes with really nice key fobs so that you can just sit in your car or your truck and lock and unlock the door, or keep one by your bed. And that way there you don't have to go to your spouse. Did you lock the door? You can just hit the button, the door's locked. Very simple, easy convenience feature. I like that. Works really well. And let's talk about the keys that they give you. They didn't skimp around here either. They give you some cheap little old keys. They give you these really nice security feature keys. I'm a huge fan of these because, well, they just work better and a lot more secure for your rig. That makes locking your rig, if you want to use your key real quick, simple, quick turn, home, done. Very secure, stable. I like that. The best part about this is, again, this has a 10-digit keypad. Right? What that means to you is that the number of combination possibilities is pretty much unlimited. The old style, they would have 2 numbers share 1 button, and having all this is great. And then the 1 lock feature, push the button, go. Excellent. Quality-wise, I am in love with RV Locks and what they were doing, and you can jump in on this if they're having a unbelievable Black Friday deal. We reached out for them. They were very happy to share that information. I'll leave a link in the video description. This doesn't happen often with them, and what they're doing is really good. A lot of savings to be had this holiday season with them. That's just the first stop for the security updates this RV. We have some more stuff to show you.
Now we're going to talk security cameras. These cameras are the first ones that we had and the first ones that we recommended, and they were great. They worked until they didn't. We thought it was going to be our answer for everything. They're hard mounted up top and it has a magnet, but as time goes, Bob kept having to get on a little ladder and put each one up. We had 4 of them around the RV. Now in a high traffic area, the batteries would just go. It was just the constant movement and the constant everything. So we said, forget you. We're going to show you what we have now.
And that constant having to go up and down to take those cameras down and charge them had me basically at my wit's end. That's when we discovered something from a company that we used at home, and that's Eufy Security. And Eufy came out with these cameras, and Carrie can show you up there. And so we have one on either side. We have one here front facing, and we have one over here. Picks up sound really well, and that's what we love about these cameras. Not only do they have video, but they have sound, and which is kind of hard to show at this point, but I can also turn on an alarm. It has 2 different functions. One is light only, which will light that light up, which is going to be kind of hard to see here, but we have sound and light. So one of the main things that I love about this setup is the app doesn't cost a monthly fee, which is great. The other thing I love about these cameras is that if I get an alert on my phone that say there's a pesky intruder out here, I can just hit what's called a manual alarm, and I can do sound and light, and it's loud. Now the light is hard to see. Light is hard to see in the daytime, but it's pretty darn bright, as well as that alarm is loud. It alerts everybody that there's something going on with our rig. So if you're boondocking, that's good. If you have a neighbor that's far off from you, or if you're in a situation like we're here, just working our rig, the next door neighbors are right there. They'll be able to hear and come right over and say, hey, what's going on with Bob and Gary's rig? So stuff like this, motion detection, it also has a whole bunch of alerts that will go to your phone, and you can time that. And you can also set zones. So if you only want to have that camera, because it has such a wide range, if you only wanted to cover this section, you can do it with these cameras. And to check out Eufy, I'll put a link in the video description. We're not sponsored by them either, but we highly recommend if you're in the need for a security setup for your RV, check out the Eufy equipment. We used a doorbell camera on our main rig Goliath, but these cameras here for this setup is absolutely incredible from a great company. Highly recommend checking out the Eufy line.
So there you have it. We've installed the new lock. We have our new security cameras, but now I want to know from you, what do you guys use and how serious do you take your security while you're on the road?
We get it. Safety and security may seem like overkill if you're a part-timer, but for us full-timers who live in these rigs and we're touring all over the country, pulling into some places that you've never been before and, well, kind of see what's going on in the world today, it's something like this with the cameras and the lock that can make you not be a victim, or at least make it hard enough for somebody to go on to the next one because you're going to take too much of their time. And that's what this is all about. Until next time, I am Bob, Carrie's behind the camera, and we will catch you next week.